How's it going, my true people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, back with the team builder for your Breloom bovines in week 4, I believe, of the PGBL as we go up against Randy, HLD Productions, and his Houston Team Rockets. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge fan of Randy's. I've been a subscriber for a very long time, so this game meant a lot to me. I managed to get quite a lot of the front office rope them in for mocks and stuff, so huge thank you to all of them. As ever, Randy's link will be down in the description if you want to check out his channel. Currently, he hasn't uploaded any of his PGBL games, I don't believe, but I think he will be doing as the season progresses. I spoke to him and he was hoping to kind of catch up sooner or later, so yeah, go and check him out anyway. Great guy, great content creator. Regardless, this is my 3rd time recording this team builder because I keep being unhappy with how long it's coming out. I want to talk about this team so much because a lot of thought went into this build, but instead I'm going to try and rattle through this because I like to keep these around the 10-minute mark and I keep hitting 15 to 20, so here we go, let's try and do this quickly. Let's look at Randy's team as we see the Jirachi, the Kieran Black with the Z there, Superior, Donphan, Z Salazzle as well, Snorlax, Alomomola, Electros, Sharpedo, Hitmonchan, Mega Diancie. Very quickly, we did kind of counterpick Randy a little bit in the draft because I knew he was a major threat in our division. Not too much, but like just in a way that gives us a favorable matchup here. Without sacrificing our own draft, of course. So we have double bullet punches for the Mega Diancie, meaning Mega Diancie really can't come that easily. I don't think it should come. Snorlax, we have double fighting types, meaning that thing probably can't come. Kieran Black, even whilst it has a good offensive matchup, we don't really switch into it. No one ever does. It also is really pressured by things like Lycanroc Dusk, Breloom, Scissor, Lucario. A ton of priority on our team, hits it really, really well as well. So yeah, in general, I feel like we have a pretty good matchup here. Probably the scariest thing on this team is the Jirachi and Mox. I found the only thing that really applied too much pressure against me was like a Carmine Jirachi. Other than that, even things like Superior can struggle to break through all of our grass resist with things like Zapdos, Breloom, and double steel types. Certainly, I don't think Scarf Superior is ever a bring here. And I feel like Scarf Superior is kind of the one that has the best matchup against something like a Mega Alakazam team. So yeah, I feel like we've really kind of limited his options, and he has to get very, very creative, I think, to be able to get something out of this matchup, where I feel like we have the upper hand. Regardless, let's keep this moving and go on to the first one here, as Pedro the Zapdos is here. Jirachi could be a Scarf variant to kind of Scarf you turn around and be really, really annoying. I don't think it has a good matchup because there is a Zapdos with potential static Rocky Helmet, but if I don't bring that, then it does have a good matchup, so I am bringing it. We have a static Rocky Helmet Zapdos just to make sure that that Jirachi doesn't get out of hand. Whirlwind is on here also to make sure I can't mind Jirachi doesn't get out of hand. Like I said, I pretty much only saw Carmine Jirachi and Mox, so barring Sean, who brought a weird team, but we won't go into that. So yeah, I can just whirlwind that thing out. I can also whirlwind out, of course, Curse Snorlax that can otherwise set up on me, a Subseed Superior that could otherwise be annoying, and various other things on his team that could be threatening. So yeah, Whirlwind is just really, really nice for phasing. Discharge is crucial against his team. He doesn't like having things slowed down, such as Superior, which otherwise is an electric resist and could try and switch in on me. It doesn't want to be paralyzed with the Discharge, and even then, it doesn't really want to take a Heat Wave. So in general, Zapdos just has a fantastic matchup against his team, and can be really, really annoying for him to play around. Next up, we have Shampoo the Breloom making its debut since we traded it in. This thing was like a set that I put on in mocks, expecting it to do nothing in the mocks, but I thought on paper I had good matchup, and I thought I would end up changing it. It did so much in mocks. Sub-Focus Punch ripped everyone's teams in mocks, so I was like, okay, let's just see. I don't know. If it was a playoff game, I don't know if I would have the balls to bring it, but certainly in mocks, it went crazy. So Sub-Spore is really, really hard for him to deal with. Muck Punch, even though we're not Technician, is still nice to kind of pick off weakened things on his team. Of course, with the Toxic Orb and Poison Heal, we get a lot of recovery behind our Substitute, so we're just very obnoxious for him to deal with. Salazzle is his only fighting resist, and that isn't a fighting resist. Focus Punch is going to do so much, especially if rocks are up. So yeah, I feel like Breloom can really go crazy here. Next up, we have Cairo the Lucario, another fighting type wall breaker against his team. With the Sugarberry here, we got a very good lure for something like the Kieran Black and the Snorlax. If one's running Earth Power and the other Earthquake, we can potentially just Drain Punch and then Bullet Punch them down. Snorlax, if he wants to curse up, I can bulk up alongside him and potentially 1v1 him that way. But crucially, this bulk up is to take on the Alomomola. If Alomomola is his dedicated switch into this, which is pretty much his only switch into this, I can potentially sub up on it, and unless he's Rocky Helmet, I can and has like a lot of attack investment at +1 defense, he doesn't break my sub with the liquidation, and he never breaks it with a Scald because I have quite a lot of Spadef and HP in this variant, so we can basically bulk up to like +6 and then just Drain Punch it all back off his Aloe, unless, as I say, he is like a Rocky Helmet set, but otherwise we just go crazy. If he doesn't bring the Aloe and so it's not there for us to exploit, like I say, we're still a good lure for things like the Kieran Black and the Snorlax. Bullet Punch, of course, is crucial for things like the Diancie and Sharpedo. Mach Punch on Breloom also is very, very nice for the Sharpedo. I forgot to mention that. Sharpedo doesn't have a good matchup just because of how much priority I have on my team. Being pretty experienced with Sharpedo myself, I think it's fantastic Mon, but the first thing you kind of look at when you look at your opponent's team is, do they have priority? Yes, they have a ton of it. Alright, Sharpedo's not doing anything then, because it's so frail, it just can't take priority hits, even when they're resisted very well. Moving on to the next mon, we have Gato, the Mega Alakazam. Wow, this thing is so good. We picked it round 1 in the draft because it was tier 2, and I didn't believe it ever should be. I had never used it before. I stand by that belief. This thing is fantastic. Using it in mocks and in games, I've been so impressed with it. This thing is a modest set here because of its speed tiers. We felt able to run that. It revenge kills the Salazzle really well because Scarf Salazzle makes no sense against a team with Jellicent. I mean, it's just not doing anything. And Scarf Superior makes no sense against a team with all the things I have. So I didn't really feel like he had any good Scarfers against me. Maybe something like Hitmonchan, Kieran Black. Kieran Black and Jirachi were the main Scarfers that I thought had an okay matchup. But as I say, we have the Zapdos for the Jirachi at the very least, and Kieran Black is very pressured by the priority on the team. So, with all that being said, I felt like I could run Modest and just speed creep the Superior here. Shadow Ball 2-hit KOs Jirachi very, very easily. I think even a +1 Calm Mind Jirachi gets 2-hit KO'd by Shadow Ball from memory. Maybe if he's fully Spadef he wouldn't, but otherwise he does. The Snorlax Psychic into Focus Blast will kill some variants of Snorlax, even Spadef Snorlax, so yeah, this thing is just so good. It also just really decimates things like Alomomola that wants to be Fizdef more than likely. It revenge kills Salazzle really, really well, so even if we have to trade and give him something for Salazzle, getting a Mega Alakazam in for free is so nice because we just pick up KOs. This thing is phenomenal. I have Taunt on this set to stop something like the Aloe wishing up on me, to stop something like the Superior glaring me, etc, etc. However, in the game, I thought I had Encore. I don't remember why. Maybe I had Encore in the mocks and I changed it. I don't know. It also stops Snorlax from being able to curse and recycle and stuff, but so does Focus Blast. So I don't know why I thought I had Encore, but I thought I had Encore, and that will come into play, so look forward to that tomorrow, because I do make some questionable plays thinking I had Encore. Regardless, let's move on to the next mon on the team here. We have Diancie Spotlight. This is our dedicated Salazzle check. I could have brought the Jellicent, which does wall it indefinitely. The music has just stopped in my headphones, and I don't know why. Apologies for the camera blurring out there. But yeah, this thing is our dedicated Salazzle check. Yes, Jellicent does it very, very well, but this thing does the same thing in terms of making sure that he never finishes behind a substitute, which is probably his main goal with Salazzle. The best thing he can really hope to do is to Toxic Stall down one of my bulky mons and then still finish with a substitute to Toxic the next mon and stop my Mega Alakazam from just coming in to revenge kill it. This does the same job of being able to Power Gem and break a substitute always, but unlike Jellicent, it also gets Stealth Rocks up on his potential protect turns, and I felt like that was really, really useful. Rocks in this game, just for things like the Kieran Black and the Salazzle, are very, very useful. Donphan has an okay matchup against me, but not the best, and Rapid Spin Donphan doesn't have the best matchup when I could easily bring Jellicent to this game. So yeah, I feel like maybe he won't have great removal against me, frankly. Maybe Defog Superior or something like that. So if Superior's clicking Defog, that means it's not attacking, and that's good. So yeah, Rocks just look like a great bring here, and Spotlight in general, one of the most underrated fairies in the format, in my opinion. Can do a lot of work. It is Calm Mind setup bait for Jirachi if he's that kind of set, but other than that, it hits the rest of his team really, really well. And luckily, we have Encore of Mega Alakazam to Encore him into Calm Mind, obviously. Next up, we have a Assault Vest Scissor Red here. The final mon on the team with the Quick Attack, Bullet Punch, double priority, meaning we can hit things like the Kieran Black with Bullet Punch, we can hit things like the Salazzle with Quick Attack, we can hit things like the Sharpedo with Quick Attack. So his kind of fast frail threats we can pick off, in the Kieran Black, of course, we can just pressure with Stab. U-Turn is really, really nice for the Superior. I believe this variant takes a takes a Leaf Storm into a +2 hidden Power Fire and kills Superior with U-Turn. So in general, this thing just has good matchup. I don't know if Superior even wants to run a set like that, or if it wants to be like sub Leech Seed Seed, Glare, Defog, I don't know. But either way, we come in on sub Leech Seed and we break its sub as we U-turn out and get rid of its Leech Seed, so it's fine. I just think red is a very, very good superior check. So that is the team. Hopefully that was under 10 minutes, or at least approximately 10 minutes. As I say, I do think we have a favourable matchup, but I need to play well. Randy is a very, very scary opponent, and I cannot just kind of rest and think that this will be an easy game because I have a favourable matchup. It will not at all. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to it. I know this was one of the games that as soon as I knew I was in the PGBL, I was looking forward to most of all this season. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun tomorrow. I hope you guys will enjoy it. Thank you so much for loafing around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.